What's going on, dumpers from around the world? This is the very prestigious, highly respected voicemail dump truck call-in show on giantbomb.com. Ladies and gentlemen, help me thank our new friend Ethan Gold. My goodness, please everyone, what an amazing intro video that was. An artist. If you got a chance to watch the video version of this episode, we were treated with a delightful dump truck in what I only imagine is cyberspace.
Yeah.
So thank you, Ethan, for that. Please go check out Ethan's site, ethangoldhammer.com. Hire this person and make use of the extraordinary talents over at ethangoldhammer.com. What a freaking name!
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I'm kidding me?
It's
Just
unfair.
by luck? Is that luck? Is that just like luck of the draw?
Yeah,
Easy to spell too. Like when you have a name that people can't spell, you're just so used to seeing it and having to correct people. But you say GOLDHAMMER, people know how that works.
Like,
Yeah,
you're gonna forget that? No,
No,
you're not gonna
never.
forget that.
it's two easy words to spell next to each other.
Yeah.
Really-
It's just
really
like my friend
impressive work.
Cheese Pizza. I will never forget her.
Yeah. How could you? She's delicious.
Whoa.
Just thought of Spaceballs with the Pizza the Hut thing. Anyway, amazing work. Seriously, Ethan, thank you so much for sending that along and for allowing us to use your amazing work. Go check out Ethan's site and just send him money on our behalf. This is a voicemail dump truck show, folks. It's a call-in show. Our phone number is 707 exit flu. This is the part of the show where we talk about stuff that's not voicemails, and the first thing we want to bring to your collective attentions is that we got a little live show planned for Game of the Year, crowning the Game of the Year. Giant Bomb's Game of the Year 2023 is happening December 9th in Los Angeles. I'm told that's in California. I don't know. California geography fucks me up. It fucks me up all nice.
It's
I don't know what
big.
the fuck that is.
Is it up or down? Who knows?
It's tall.
I think it's
a
down.
tall state. Is it the
Yeah.
tallest state?
It's the most.
It
has
is the
most
longest
north in
state.
it. Yeah, it's got
Like
a lot
north
of
to
north in it.
south, definitely.
Yeah.
And is there any that are as wide as it if you turned it on its side? Texas?
Texas is wider
Texas is
by-
fat.
in
Yeah.
its current orientation.
Texas
Texas
has some girth, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So does
Yeah.
Alaska. Alaska's a big one.
Yeah, but I'm sure that's fine.
Fuck, Alaska might be bigger. No one's quite sure.
But no one's really been there.
No
so,
one's checked.
No.
It's a figment of everyone's imagination. Speaking of our live show, tickets are currently on sale. You can search Ticketmaster and find the link to purchase your very own ticket to see us. We are having a standard admission for seating and possibly more as we figure out our situation there. And if for some reason you go to that Ticketmaster site and you're like, wait a minute, it's 11:30 p.m. No. Doors are going to be at 11:30 a.m. for our matinee show, our special
You're the
matinee
first
show.
person to ever complain about Ticketmaster.
Yeah, turns out they are unreliable freaks. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I
They're
mean,
Ticketmaster. They're notorious for sucking.
yeah, like, look, I mean, name another company that is chronically in the crosshairs by every regulatory committee on the planet.
Twitter?
No, yeah, not as much.
No.
Right?
Microsoft, wasn't there a bunch of
Enron.
Enron's in hot water these days?
Enron, sick reference.
Are they still in trouble?
Sick, timely reference.
Should I buy Enron stock?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think we should
Probably
buy a
cheap
lot
now?
of Enron right now.
Really?
How many
Ooh,
pennies
discount.
do you have?
All right.
Yeah.
God, I keep thinking we're saying Imran, and I'm just like getting concerned. Like, is
No,
Imran
we're
We're
okay?
gonna buy
Doesn't concern
Enron.
him. This doesn't concern him.
Buy stock in Imran Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a bright future.
Go buy tickets and come hang out and watch us live December 9th. That's right after the other. There's like another game award thing going on in
The
town.
real game of the year award will be determined by us on Saturday.
That's right.
Ooh, that's
we're
good. That's good for the tweet framing. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
100%.
Yeah. I put it in the venue description too.
Like remember when there was like Ghostbusters and then the real Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
No,
Same
but
thing.
yes.
We were
Same
hosting the
thing.
real game of the year awards. Yes.
Exactly.
Do you
Also
think
attending the fake ones.
do you think someone's gonna get confused just like searching up Ticketmaster Game of the Year and
That's the
accidentally
plan.
wind up
Yes.
at ours?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hell yeah.
Hideo Kojima just shows up.
They'd have
I'm
a better
ready.
time.
Yeah.
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 I don't know if the venue will let you drink, but I'll let you drink.
Yeah, I do believe the venue will let you drink. It's also going to be like a little earlier in the day. I don't know how much they will.
Backlar,
let
you
drink.
just told me it doesn't matter what time it is.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, after the day I've had, I'm surprised I'm not drunk already. So
So I have a bad habit, right, of just sipping on whatever beverages are near me, just because I know my partner doesn't finish anything and I don't like wasting stuff.
Mhm.
And I found this on in between our desks. This is like a Simply Orange, like the orange juice people.
Oh, spiked. Okay.
And then I started drinking it during Call of Duty. I'm like, oh wait, no. This is too
It's a weird
early.
feeling.
It's too early.
God.
yeah.
My sister Kayla, God bless her, I love her. She was here this last weekend, and I don't know how many times she would open up a Diet Coke, take one sip, and then like seek out the nicest wood table in the house and then set it there. And the worst was after this happened like 6 times, and me and Bonk had both nicely been like, hey, how about you, finish a drink or not put it there. I find one on the nicest table down here next to the stack of coasters. Sitting next to it. It's like it almost had to be intentional. It wasn't. She's not a mean person by any means, but it's like, oh my God, that couldn't have been more perfectly annoying.
Big coaster guy, Dan? Coaster guy.
Coasters? Yeah.
Take it for a coasterman.
No, I got coasters. Yeah.
What kind of coasters you got?
Let me bring it back because there was a debate about this a couple weeks ago. Talk for 30 seconds and I'll be back.
Okay. Great.
Over fucking coasters? What are we
Over
doing?
You think he
I
does
Did
like
he just trot away? Did he just prance
Yeah,
away? Did
he's
anyone else see
leaving.
that?
He's leaving. And the thing is, we don't know if he's gonna come back or if Chris is gonna come back, right?
Yeah.
Like, is this an extended? Like, what's happening?
Is this
I
a
don't know. This
bit?
could be a bit. This could be a bit.
I never know with us. That's the thing.
See, like,
Yeah.
did the video start? What's happening?
Yeah, I don't know now. Is
Okay.
this real? Dan, what's today's date?
The 16th. Why?
Okay.
God, he planned this so well.
Oh, you thought this was a recorded bit. Okay.
What a mastermind.
No, Chris is locked in there. It's fine. All right. So I'm going to show you coasters. Do you guys have a writing utensil and something to write on?
Yeah, of course, man. What do you mean? A
yeah,
pen? Do I have a
absolutely.
pen? Yeah.
I didn't know
Okay.
this. We had
I've
an
got
interactive
envelope.
portion now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't want any of you to change. I want you to write this down. Okay. So I've got a
sure.
stack of coasters right here. You see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see
There was a whole thing on a stream a couple weeks ago. I was putting a drink down on it, and every time I lifted up the glass, it would stick the coaster to it. And then the chat was very divided. They were like, "Oh, you've got them upside down." And so I'm going to show you one of these coasters, and I want you to write down which side goes up, and you can write either cork or smooth. Okay.
Wait.
Hang on. This is the coaster. Okay.
All right.
Okay, can you flip it around for
That's
me?
the smooth side. As you can see, there's the rings where I put my glass.
Yeah.
Here's the
Okay,
cork
I know
side.
where this is going.
Okay, so I need you to write down cork or smooth as far as which side is up. Okay.
Well, I'm telling you what I want down.
No,
No,
don't
that's the
be weird.
opposite. That's-
What? No,
Alright.
no. For the sake of just write. Just,
Okay, yeah, okay,
What
okay.
is face up here?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
face? So I have. Do you want to see my answer? Or how
At
we
same
doing?
time. All three. of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Cork down, smooth up, cork up. Okay.
Wait,
so
wait,
Nikki
wait,
Nikki and
wait.
Baclar both say smooth up. Jan says cork up. I was smooth up, and that's why it kept sticking. So Jan is the cork outlier here. All
Yeah,
right, so
well,
I'm
here-
in the
There's
majority
no-
here.
So here's the thing. There's I think I understand where this is going to, because sometimes. So what was sticking? The smooth side was sticking to
The
the glass.
wet vodka soda glass was condensating and
Yeah.
sticking, and I pick it up and fall down.
Yeah, I
and then
mean-
everyone's like, "Hey, idiot, you got to have the cork up." And I was like,
No,
"What?" There's like
no.
a design on the smooth side. It's
yeah. There's no way that the cork has to be down. That's what's protecting the surface.
yeah.
What? No.
Yes.
Yeah, because otherwise,
Okay, you know what?
It's just-
I'm
how,
an
about
adult.
how about the whole coaster's made of cork?
I'm an
What about
adult.
that?
I will let you guys explain
crazy.
first, and then I'll talk.
Okay, Nikki.
I feel like the smooth side, if it's down, is going to encourage slippage.
Yeah, all over the table, right?
Yeah, and I don't
It
want
won't
that.
stick to
And-
it won't
and-
stick to the glass, but yeah, at what
and
cost?
there's a lip around the cork side.
Well, it's the cork is actually the raised part.
So let me also tell you something. I've seen coasters that have cork on one side and then the design of the coaster on the other side. So you're telling me the design of the coaster is meant to face the table?
Yeah. It's like a fun decoration because the cork.
You don't see?
So okay. Here is this thing.
Where'd you get that?
Where did you get that?
Wait, what is that?
A community member.
Cork? What?
A community member sent this in a long time ago.
We don't sell those? Okay.
I may have stolen this when we were supposed to keep this as a set. Whatever. All right. The cork part is here to absorb all of the moisture. Say you got condensation dripping down, it seeps into the cork, so then you don't get the stickage. Also, this is a very crucial part here. You flip this coaster around, it's a bottle opener on the other side. So,
but there's a bottle opener on the underside of my sandals. And that's the bottom side.
Well, a sandal is not a coaster, though.
Wait, it's easy to confuse, but yeah.
Wait, you guys are wrong about. First of all, cork does not absorb moisture. They wouldn't put it in wine bottles if that were the case.
Well, it's to like deflect the water then, the moisture.
Okay, now your story's changing.
Can we get a chat poll? Can we do a chat? I want to see. I want to see
this. I just don't understand.
I can't believe this is the thing tearing us apart.
No, it's not tearing us apart. It's making us stronger.
I think we're all on the same page except for Jan here.
No, I just you cannot tell me that the reason you cannot sit there and pretend to be a serious person and be like, oh, the design is on one side of the coaster because it's supposed to face the table. There's no way that's fucking true.
No. Okay. It does seem like right now the chat poll, cork down is winning. Down. Okay. All right.
Cork down.
Everyone acted like I was a big idiot for putting the cork down. You're supposed to put the cork down.
You know why? Maybe the wisdom of maybe there isn't a thing called wisdom of the chat.
Oh no.
Maybe
why don't I just look up the Amazon
dumb.
product page? I'll look up the Amazon product page.
Oh yeah, which side are the drinks on?
Yeah, that should be easy enough. Okay, it's coasters.
50-50.
Oh, here they are.
I am so confused now.
It's
so
just
like, isn't cork always like coated in wax too? Like, isn't that a thing too? Where like it's like literally designed to not absorb moisture?
It says okay, I'm looking at the product page. Non-slip cork bottom is how it's described.
So why would it worry about slipping?
An absorbent ceramic stone.
That's not how that works, but yeah.
Yeah, but no, look, here's the problem at hand is less the bottom of the coaster and more the fact that sometimes condensation makes your glass or can stick to the top of the coaster.
And that is annoying.
Which is a coaster-wide problem.
Yes,
and we have, unless you have like, I have some coasters that are like stone on top where they're like not fully 100% flat, and because there's like air can get through certain spots, the glass comes right off. Don't forget, those coasters also have cork bottoms, you fucking psychos.
That's why we objectively were right, you know?
Yeah.
It's not, look, I'm sure coasters out there exist that are both cork top and cork bottoms, but
in some states that's legal, yeah.
In some states. The solution to all of this is to just get a heavier fucking coaster, gang.
Yeah.
They make coasters out of rocks now. Mine are made out of rocks.
Okay.
I've never faced this issue.
I got
now Jane have all these weird coasters. What is this giant frisbee?
I got like a floppy coaster.
I got this big coaster.
Is that a pizza?
No, this is like
that's like a trivet.
Pizza.
That's a trivet. You got a trivet.
It's to put like a pot on.
Yeah, a trivet.
Yeah. Sure. Whatever you want to call it.
I think that's the word.
Isn't cork flammable?
Well, we're not here for that, Dan.
Surely
it could catch on fire. Surely
I put a lot of hot stuff on that exact object that Jan is holding, and I haven't started a fire yet.
I'm gonna put a bunch of cheese in that thing and microwave it.
No, Dan, just get a plate. Just get a plate.
You know what's funny? On Etsy, someone's making corks as trivets.
This is a cork, yeah.
No, but like cork tops from a wine bottle. Anyway, listen.
Hey, wine moms will buy anything.
It's true. It's true. Look, I'm glad this is the thing that brings us closer together.
Is it? Has it?
I don't know. No one's mad at each other. Are you mad at us?
Jan,
I'm not
you're
mad
the
at
liar.
you.
Come on.
I'm not
come
mad.
In with us.
Well, it'd be silly though to put this coaster, this specific one I've been using, this side up.
Not
I
really.
think that's
I
an
agree.
outlier.
You're right. It also has, yeah, you're right. It's functionally dumb that way. So I agree.
I forget who sent this in, but shouts out to you. This thing is great.
But
Great
also, isn't it entirely possible that whoever made that is also like a psychopath too, right?
I
Like,
mean, hey, if you
yeah.
visit this website, you are probably a skosh, or you've tingled with being a psychopath.
yeah, you've dabbled.
Maybe
in
you're
those
supposed
arts.
to hold the drink in it upside down, so the cork side goes down, and then you wedge your Corona into the bottle opener part, like that, and it's
Yeah.
like angled,
Oh.
and that keeps it up. No,
Like a kickstand
yeah, like
Whoa.
a kickstand
Chill.
for a
Corona.
beer.
Chill.
Sometimes,
we don't-
like a beer, like you accidentally graze it as you're reaching over for something, right? And it'd
I
be
would
great
prefer
if it
like
had
a
kickstand.
tripod beer. I think a tripod would be a better base for a beer. Yeah. You could just put one of those little like screw things in the bottom to screw it into a tripod.
Yeah, just screw it into a
th-
tripod.
Yeah,
Forget a beer
yeah.
koozie. We need a beer tripod adapter.
Yeah, a beer hot shoe.
Threaded.
Oh my god!
Nice and threaded, right?
I
That's
know.
sick.
I know so many like film pervs out there
Beer shoes.
with
They'd
their
be
like
all over that.
Porsche 400 rolls buried onto them. That would love
That'd
a
be
beer
nice.
shoe.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it's a good product. That girl Simone just invented foldable hangers. I think this is our next move.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I like that.
Yetch.
Yeah,
Oh,
I like
on
that.
Yet Simone Gertz hangers. Put them in. Too wide. Everyone's.
I
always
have an
saying that.
interesting
It's also a
story
problem.
with
for me.
Simone. We did a shoot together for the robot people that I used to work for.
Mhm.
And in this warehouse, we only had one bathroom, and it was primarily a bunch of dudes. We only had one woman working at the office at the time, and she was like the front desk person. And then here I am, just used to everyone there that uses single bathroom being a dude. I walk in, I see the main stall is closed, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna use the urinal, washing my hands, and then like out behind me pops Simone Yetch, and I'm like, I get terrified that a woman is in the bathroom with me, and that we used it at the same time, and I feel like I have to start apologizing and everything, and she looks at me, it's like, it's all chill, buddy, it's cool, we all gotta pee.
We all got a
true.
bit.
It's very true.
Everyone pisses.
I thought I was gonna get
You know?
canceled that day.
No.
Come on. I feel
That's
bad.
for tomorrow.
I feel bad. We got
Your
right into
coaster
the
stuff, yeah.
we got right into the coaster discourse, and we didn't even introduce the cast members of today's fine program. We've got Dan Reichert is here. If you didn't realize already, hello Dan.
Hello.
We got Nikki Grayson rocking the ones and twos.
Hello.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
And then Jan Ochoa, cork denier.
Cork apologist,
He
maybe.
likes to call himself a cork truther.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never thought I'd see the day, but here we are.
I mean, it comes for all of us, right?
Shit's changed, man. Shit's changed. That's all I gotta say. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone live and in person at Game of the Year. It's gonna be great.
Don't you have like a hockey banquet or something to go to?
Do I? Is this a shoot work or what do you mean?
I feel like you always have like a weird hockey thing, and that's why you don't get to travel anymore.
What?
You missed like the last 4 things. You always talk about the FOMO, and it's always like, I gotta eat a sandwich next to an ice rink or something.
That is so fucking stupid.
It's gotta be
man.
close. It's gotta be close.
Come on. Has my excuse ever been? Okay.
In my head, it is. So
as
yeah.
as we're all fucking together on Monday morning, have I ever been like, well, guys, I can't come out to SGF because I have a hockey thing that I need to take care of?
It sounds right to me.
God, Jen, back me up here, bud.
It's,
What are we doing?
it's definitely not because you have to eat a sandwich, because I feel like we
next to an ice rink.
These sandwiches could be involved.
I mean, come on, dude. I didn't obviously had the FOMO in a major way for SGF because I had family affairs. I've got affairs, man.
Now, was there a sandwich involved though?
I'm sure at some point during the 4 days that I was doing what I had to do I took in a sandwich.
No, I was not wrong. Thank you for admitting.
Yeah.
Okay.
He admitted.
Yeah.
The truth
Man.
come out.
I said no lies.
I would love to see you be in a courtroom and like think your fucking logic would pull one over on the judge and just be like,
I
well,
would
I've clearly
represent
won the
myself.
case, Your Honor.
If I was
I'll
ever
see
in
myself
court,
out.
I would represent myself.
Yes, and you'd be.
I'd win.
I'm always saying that.
You'd be like, Your Honor, I've won the case. It's clear. Court is adjourned. Mr. Riker, sit the fuck down.
Nope, I won.
Who the fuck do you
I
think
won.
you
Well,
are?
I mean it. I think I would win.
You are.
What's the biggest crime that you think you could get away with?
like
Rico.
why
I feel like
yeah.
I feel like you'd be able legitimately and actually to annoy a traffic court enough to get out of whatever thing.
Nikki, that's easy. This guy, like, come on. What case are you winning? Are you Rikerding yourself out of? There's nothing. Like, what are you possibly getting away with?
I'll put it this way. I don't think I would win against like WWE. You know, a company
What?
that like nukes people with legals.
Okay.
Like, you don't win against them.
So
Even if
this-
they are extremely in the wrong, you're not going to beat them.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's the beauty of the American judicial system. You
there's
can be
beauty
rich
to
and
it.
innocent. No, I'm saying like, what is the gravity of the crime that you think you could talk your way
I don't
out
want to
of?
do great. Like, I don't want to commit murder. So it's
Of
like
course not.
it's a fool's errand to think that through.
Yeah,
so
of course not. But I think it's a fool's errand to assume that you would be able to just like argue your way out of
I guess,
some
like-
fucking case.
I guess emulation.
What?
That's
like
illegal?
emulating, not against
The
Nintendo,
tru-
Dan. I think that Nintendo
Yeah,
would take.
maybe not against Nintendo.
My guy, you're going to jail.
I'm already in Nintendo jail, so
Yeah,
you can't try me
no.
twice. Double jeopardy. They can't get me
They
again.
can't. They'd have to let you out of the first jail to put you back in the second.
Oh, how sick would that be? Mr. Nintendo, are you attempting to try Mr. Riker for the second time?
As you can see, I've been locked up since 2017. So.
Case dismissed. We won the case. Oh my God, Dan, get a lawyer because you are
That
going
sounds
to
expensive.
jail.
They're
No, I'm
literally
good.
free.
What?
Yeah, you can get a public defendant.
Yeah, but don't those suck?
Yeah.
Some.
But they, some of them,
I would do
great.
better than a public defender, I bet.
Oh, that is
probably not.
so
That
bad
person
for you
is
to
still
say
a
that.
lawyer, though,
Oh,
Dan.
Dude, that's so fucking mean and so fucking out of place to just say
I don't really
that.
know what they are. I just assume I trust myself more than someone I don't know.
A public defender isn't a schmuck they pull off the bus and they're like, you look like you could be a fucking lawyer.
If they're free, how good can they be?
Oh my God, Dan. Oh, fuck you so hard, man.
Fortnite is technically free, and that's pretty good.
That is
mean.
true.
It's so mean to say that.
If it is, I don't know any lawyers, so but no offense.
Not
No,
yet.
I think you do.
It's
Don't
more
you?
me talking myself up rather than talking down lawyers.
Oh God, that's awesome.
We are punching down, so it's all right.
Your Honor, no thank you. I say no thank you to the public defendant. I've chosen to represent myself.
So they're all just doing pro bono?
No, they get
No,
paid by the government.
pays them.
Yes.
Why?
Your taxes go to
To
that.
be for human rights purposes.
Yeah, everyone has a right
so if you
to
can't
a
afford
lawyer.
one, you get one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like
that
literally
makes
reading
sense.
out the
The
Miranda
right
rights.
says there's the right. Is that a constitution thing where you get the right to a defense in law or something?
Miranda, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, I'm glad you've approved that
I've just
part
never
of our
thought
fucking.
of that before. I don't know why.
It's it's cool,
The
man.
idea of free
It's cool.
lawyers
Now
sounded
you
crazy
know.
to me, but yeah, I get it
it's
now.
Cool. Look, I love it. I love how you're constantly learning, no matter, despite your best attempts.
December 9th. Go
You're
watch
fine.
us. Game of the Year live, baby.
This is just a preview. Don't forget that first preview is free. The real one's gonna cost you $30, and God knows how much Ticketmaster puts on top. Yeah, go check it out.
What
All
do we
right.
do on this show?
I know
Oh, yeah,
it's a
what?
half hour in. Dan's got to fucking sue everyone in the world and act like he's gonna win in court before we get to the fucking
I'm
voicemail.
almost done with Better Call Saul. I understand it more now.
I've seen
You're
my
so
cousin
right.
Vinny. Honestly, I feel like if you've seen my cousin Vinny, you're already ahead of the game.
I have not.
Oh, you'd like it. It's really
Yeah,
good.
you would.
I should,
It's very
I should,
good. It's
yeah.
excellent.
Young Tomei in that. Ooh.
Woo-wee. Woo. Is what
I
I
should
say.
see that.
Woo. Anyway, 707 exit flu is our telephone number. We've got a cavalcade of voicemails to choose from today. Not sure we're going to have a deluxe, but we're sure as shit going to try. Let's have Dan Reichert Esquire come and fucking...
We could start that. Yeah. Pop culture machine.
I
was Esquire was the fourth. Like,
that's what I used to think. I also thought it was the fourth one.
Oh, okay. Is that? Are we pulling that out of our asses or?
No. It's legal.
Oh.
Okay, sorry. Let me just readjust, Nikki. Okay.
Hey, is Taylor Swift bigger than the Beatles? Like in their prime?
Yeah, I think
easy.
This is gonna.
I know the pop culture machine is bigger than it's ever been, pretty much, and global events and shows and stuff are a thing like they weren't back then. But like relatively speaking, Taylor Swift bigger than the Beatles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
So here's the thing, right? Like, it's a very difficult question to answer too, because the planet is completely different. And I think
good shout.
Like there were fucking like 3 television channels in
the monoculture. They say.
I just think like everything was so much more one dimensional. I don't know how you can accurately even attempt to have that conversation, because music was the Beatles, right? Like,
sure.
Well, they were also like culture and like ushered in like a whole new era of the country and the world.
I just think it's a very difficult comparison to make. You're literally talking about. You're also talking what, like fucking 60 years, right? Of difference, more
63,
or less.
64 would have been Beatles. Yeah.
So like, what? It's just a tough one to try and do. I think it's a fun thought experiment, so let's do that. But
I mean, ultimately, like if you want to look at like album sales during the Beatles 63 to 70 and like Taylor Swift in the last 7 years or whatever,
that's not I don't think that's a fair comparison.
Right, because now it's like streaming. Like that's the thing. Like, what is the analog to album sales in 2023?
And like, I don't know. I guess the way you would do it is like you would just poll, right? You would poll 100,000 people in 1963 and 100,000 people in 2023. And whoever's, and I feel like with that though, you might find that the Beatles are more pervasive than Taylor Swift. Even though I just got finished saying the other day that I think Taylor Swift is the most famous person living right now.
That's too smart of an idea.
I believe
that. That's too smart of an idea to do. We need to go the dumb route and transport yourself back into Beatles prime, and let's go to like Taylor prime. Might be now, right? Whose fans are you more scared of?
I mean,
Beatles fans.
Beatles. Look at the Ed Sullivan Show appearances. People just literally just screaming and just going into hysterics because they're just in the same room as the Beatles or saw them as at an airport.
I see Swifties as like good people for the most part.
Seem like people that enjoy a concert and appreciate her music, and
not all. Yeah, there's always going to be a couple of bad eggs. I mean, come on, right?
I mean, she's undeniably huge.
Again, I think it's a very difficult conversation, and this is someone who now likes a Taylor Swift song. Talking as well.
Which one?
Oh fuck, what is it? It's
I don't know. I asked you.
In the middle of the night.
That's an old song.
Is it? No, not Billy Joel.
I go walking in my sleep. That's not Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Ready for it.
Okay. Are you ready for it?
It's old. It's from like 2017.
It's from Reputation, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, look, come on. I'm not like super fluent.
I will say that Grayson Waller, a WWE superstar, had to issue an apology because he, in character, came after Taylor Swift, and then these Swifties went after him.
But did you see the apology?
I did not see the apology.
Oh, you should watch it. He heels on him hard, and by the end, he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna," and he plays "Shake It Off," and he's like, "Wait, this is what you like? This song sucks. No wonder you're all so mad all the time." The apology was like tripling down on the heel work, which good work. What a worker.
That seems like the right move to do if you're a wrestler, right?
Yes, he gets it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love the thought experiment for sure. I just think it's a difficult one.
And the correct answer is the Doobie Brothers.
Oh yeah, that's the first concert I ever went to was the Doobie Brothers.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, and you called
Doobie
me
Brothers
old.
in Chicago. Yeah.
Oh,
I can't believe you called me the old guy. Wait, so oh man, that is a fucking cool show, man.
Yeah. That's so sick.
I was 14 and I smelled weed and I thought I should probably call the cops.
You know,
And I was worried on the way home that I might have gotten a little high by being near marijuana smoke.
fair.
Oh man, I love that. I just
Fair.
want to see 14-year-old paranoid Riker.
We're telling my friend, like, Charlie, I'm pretty. It's happening around here. Like, it's like we could probably help them find the perpetrator.
Yeah, let's put all these freaks in jail. What's your favorite Doobie Brothers song?
China Grove's pretty good.
You went to see a band called Doobie Brothers, and you were like,
You want to
"What
know
is
how
this,
stupid
weed?"
I was back then?
Please enlighten
I
us.
thought, okay, I won tickets to the concert on Fox University, which was a classic rock trivia thing that my dad got me obsessed with as a kid. So I won trivia on the radio. I got tickets to Doobie Brothers in Chicago, but I didn't really know the Doobie Brothers. And for some reason, I heard Doobie, and I thought it was like, I confused it with like doo-wop.
Oh.
And so I went to the concert thinking it was going to be like a doobie 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 doobie. Like that's what I was
not
picturing.
What doo-wop is.
I know. I was wrong on like 6 different levels, but I literally thought it was going to be some guys in suits being like a dooba 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 dooba. And then I heard like China Grove and stuff, and I was like, oh, it's this band. I heard this song a million times. Okay, cool. Hang on, is that weed?
I don't know what the Doobie Brothers sound like.
Oh, you don't?
That's not-
Talking about China Grove.
You know what a fool believes.
China Grove. You know?
I
Oh, the Michael McDonald is. Yeah,
I promise you know what a fool believes. I think what a fool believes was in GTA 5, wasn't
Hey,
it?
Blackwater, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? You know?
Was it that fast?
No?
Yeah.
Listen to the music. Whoa, listen to the music.
Okay, what about your favorite Chicago song, Dan?
And horns and stuff. 25 or 624? No?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's 25 or
You're right.
64. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The
great bands.
Chicago logo is just the Cheers logo, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it kind of looks like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Chicago
Mhm.
doesn't do well for SEO though, because I just typed in Chicago into Google and I just got the city.
It's a big city. Yeah.
You're just like you read my
better.
mind, Google. Come on. Oh, that's awesome. Well, that was certainly a journey. Thank you, Dan, for doing that to us. Nikki, please choose the next voicemail.
Can plants?
Hey, voicemail dump truck. I need you to settle an argument that my husband and I are currently having. Can plants communicate? I say yes. He says no. Please help us out. Thanks.
No.
Love you. Bye.
Like on some like level where it's like if one grows next to another and one will grow this way and one will grow that way, but it's not like they're thinking like, hey, Carl, hey, how's it, it's sunny out, huh? Like it's not that.
Well, right. It's your definition of what is communication. Right.
They can interact with each other based on just
That's
nature
communication.
stuff.
Yeah,
but
I
not
think
talking.
in a very like rudimentary way on a level that is, but I guess also on a fairly sophisticated level, right? Because it's imagine like root systems and like whatever it is that counts as some sort of coordination.
This is a
I
safe
don't
space,
know.
right?
Mhm.
Most certainly.
Do fungi count as plants?
No.
No, they're in their own. They're in their own kingdom, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Okay. That's all. Thank you.
You think
Yeah,
they
I
talk
think
to each other?
Oh, they definitely talk to each other.
They actually
Fungi
are
are
very.
smarter than
Not
They're all-
toads.
They're all
Yeah,
incels.
yeah. Not toads. Like shoot fungi.
Okay, all right. Toad's a worker.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they're smarter than plants.
I think so too.
Is it just because they have big heads, so you picture them just having big brains?
Yeah. It's not, it's not that,
I do know. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing like a good old fungus brain.
But it's got to go somewhere. It's not going to go in the part that looks like a body.
No, like the thoughts aren't going to go down in their like mushroom dumper.
You know, you always like make fun of like how dumb you think my kid is, but I promise you, dude, you and him could have a conversation that would go on for hours, and you would both stump each other. You would absolutely both stump each other for sure. I have no doubt about it.
I will go against him in a trivia contest any day of the week.
You're like, and it has to only be about Mario Party, and I will
destroy that child in general knowledge trivia.
I don't know.
We
man.
got it. Can we bring back Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
I think that window's closing, bro. Oh, that's all I'm gonna say. I think that hourglass is rapidly running dry.
Make it happen. I'll do it. He's being a coward.
I can't do that to him. I can't do that. He's the one who's being,
He's being a coward.
I think plants talk to each other. Yeah, I think they can
I
communicate.
think they do.
I think in their own way, right?
Yeah. What is the powerhouse of the cell again? What is it?
Mitochondria.
There we go. They got those right.
Hell yeah.
They got a lot of them.
Hell yeah.
Billions of them.
Great. Wonderful news for plants. And wonderful news for Jan, who's going to pick the next voicemail.
Helicoptering.
Hey, Dumpers. A few weeks ago, you were briefly talking about a giraffe being the most likely animal to take a piss on you at the zoo. Guessing at the zoo. At the Denver Zoo once, my family and I saw a hippo climb out of the water very calmly, start helicoptering its tail, and just start pissing and shitting into its helicoptering tail and spraying it absolutely everywhere.
Oh, God.
Luckily, the hippo got out on the far side of the pool, or else I would probably have a very different tone to telling the story. What's the wildest shit you've ever seen at a zoo? The helicopter hippo has got to be mine. Thanks.
That is just objectively hilarious, right?
Yeah, it's
like
funny. There's no way that's
the
not
visual of like that's so objectively hilarious.
And there's got to be a reason for it too, right? Like
it probably like gets the scent further, right?
yeah.
Oh,
right?
Like wards off predators.
Like
Yeah,
they're like the same way that when your dog pees, they're marking their
Sometimes they
zone.
just do that little dig motion, right? And
Yeah.
they're just like spreading their scent, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be it. They got built-in shit spreaders.
God, it's so gross.
Hippos are terrifying, though, right? Like we
They're
can agree on
Yeah.
that.
They are fucked up, man. They really are.
You
Like
Oh,
So
even-
okay, you in a pin. Let's say, you in a wrestling,
dead.
like a 20x20
Dead.
wrestling
Time
ring.
out.
No,
Why
hang
was
on.
that to fight the thing we're talking about?
No,
Why
I'm
was that to
saying-
see if we could survive it?
I got a simple question. So,
Oh.
one-on-one in a 20x20 ring, like a Hell in a Cell situation where you can't get out. Okay.
Yeah.
You can do a hippo or a rhino.
Dead.
What are you doing?
Dead.
It doesn't matter. I'm passing
You're
away.
dead. You're
I
dead.
think I'm going. I'm
Passing
gonna go
away is a
hippo.
very peaceful way of putting it. Passing away sounds like an old guy in his sleep.
Yeah, in his sleep. Yeah, you are dying a terrible death.
So what would you
going
pick? You had to pick one of them.
Hippo. I think the hippo's gonna get me faster.
Yeah.
Oh, and you want
And
to
that's
go
what I would
faster.
want. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I, have to pick
I want a fighting
between them,
chance.
It's not gonna
I
happen.
don't. You can't. There's no success here.
You could
it's
crawl
how
up and
long
hang off the top. You could get out. You'd find they always find ways
You
out of the cell.
can't Horizon your way, and fucking figure out a way to take the rhino down. It's not
Wait, are you
happening.
What if
saying
the
that I
rhino
can
speared
beat
me
the
through the cell
rhino?
door? If the rhino
You're
spears
dead.
me through the cell door
dead.
and then I just run away real quick or
Well, you're
jump over the
already
barricade.
dead. Once the rhino touches you, you've passed away. Is basically how it's gonna work.
Honestly, the best you can hope for is that you find like a very docile rhino that maybe you can just let go to sleep or something and put a grenade in its mouth.
I go in there with pockets full of high CBD gummies and I hope it goes there first.
Dan,
and
you
it
take
eats them
them
and
first.
passes out.
You take them
Dan,
first, so you're relaxed when the
Dan.
rhino
No, I
kills
take
you.
PCP so I don't feel the pain.
You could not fit enough weed in your pockets to make a rhino feel anything.
What about horse tranquilizer?
Well, that's different.
I have a bucket of it and I'm like, hey buddy, here, try this before you kill me.
I don't
Bucket
know.
of it.
Oh, why
Yeah.
are we here in the show? Why? Why are we at the point?
I'm just
We're
answering the
fucking-
questions they
What was-
asked.
The question was, what's the coolest shit that you've ever seen at
Yeah,
the
the
zoo?
zoo.
Oh,
We're
how did we get
talking
here
about-
again?
I don't think you've seen Hell in the Cell against a
Yeah.
hippo or a rhino at
that-
the local zoo.
That's what I'm
They had to be
saying.
in there.
It's Dude, it's the Riker
no other
paradox.
explanation.
It's the Riker paradox. No matter what animal comes up in conversation, Dan wants to fucking get it stoned and try and kill it. Okay.
No, I love animals. What are you talking about?
Well, hey, boy, in this situation, you're fighting.
I'm in life or death. I'm going for whatever I got to do to survive.
Oh,
I
man.
think your best shot is trying to juke the rhino.
Yeah, like a
To go
bullfighter
through the cell.
sitch.
Yeah. Try to go through the cell and then you
I like
follow
that,
it through
Nikki.
the hole.
It's
That's
like
the
every boss
only-
fight. It's every Shadow of the Colossus where it's like, okay, this thing charges at me and I got to dodge out of the way and then its horns get stuck in the thing and then I can hit its back.
Yeah.
It's that situation, but in real life.
I think I might
like that.
I might try and pull a Lion King Sega Genesis move and just jump on the hippo's head so it launches me up so I can
bounce.
just like
really
hang from the ceiling and escape
Yeah,
that
smart.
way.
Yeah, because they're
smart.
naturally bouncy to skulls.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
We got that figured out. I'm glad we.
I don't know. I saw an
that.
otter at the zoo one time clapping, and I thought that was really cute.
That is
That's
cool.
great.
I
I
like
love
that.
an otter. Just dogs.
Yeah, water
Um,
dogs.
What? Anyone else see any of the craziest shit you ever saw at a zoo?
Well,
I saw
animals just
Cocomelon
pissing.
at the zoo.
Oh, gross.
Cocoa melon?
Uh-huh.
What is that?
Yeah, I don't know if that is either.
Oh.
Cocomelon. Oh. He's a kid. Well, it's like an animated children's program.
Oh,
that
I
is
know
on
what this
Netflix.
is. This is deeply
And
upsetting. Yeah.
It's so upsetting. And Cocomelon looks like Boss Baby, but smoother.
Wait, is this
Yeah.
a real person?
Cartoon.
No,
Cartoon.
no. Well, it's not
It's
a
like
real
a
baby.
cartoon.
Yeah, cartoon
It's
baby.
not a real baby. It's like a cartoon baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he teaches you math and like language and stuff.
Yeah.
But he sings
you
like
saw
songs.
an animated child at the zoo?
There was an adult man in a suit of Cocomelon at the zoo that I went to when I was.
Oh, like a mascot suit.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
God,
Yeah.
they should have mascot suits of like
That was
Jeff
fucked up.
Grubb.
Actually, this isn't really a jokey story. It's just a core life memory I had tied to a zoo. I was a kid. I was probably like 5 or 6. And we went to the dolphin show where they jump around and do all sorts of stuff. And like they had a thing where it's like, we're going to read out a ticket number. And if it's your ticket, you get to come up here and you get to go on the edge of the thing and feed the dolphins. And I remember, there's probably like 500 people in the crowd and they call my ticket number. And my mom and it must have been my stepdad at the time were so excited. I'm like, oh, Danny, you won. You go up there. You get to go up there. And I was like, no. And it's like, you won, but out of all these people, you won. You get to go feed the dolphin. And the idea of everyone looking at me and like I got so nervous and so shy. And I was like, no, I can't do it. And I remember like my mom, that's unfortunate or whatever. And I didn't go. And I regretted that ever since. And I think that's part of why I like say yes to everything all the time now is because like I regretted that. Like, man, I had this opportunity to do something cool and unique. And I said no to it. And like, what the hell? That could have been a fun thing to do. And so now it's just like I always remember the dolphin thing at the zoo whenever I have an opportunity in front
This
of me.
is your
So
origin
that's-
story.
Yeah, that was it.
That's the one.
That was the fork in the road.
I mean, I think about it all the time, frankly,
Yeah,
like whenever I'm
clearly.
like, I have an opportunity in front of me. So, yeah.
You
The
cannot
part
say
that
no.
Dan didn't tell us is that the whole aquarium was in a Hell in the Cell.
Right.
That's right. Well, I don't want to bring up wrestling too much. So,
Right,
you know,
right.
I didn't
Too
wanna-
late,
yeah,
too late.
yeah.
You can close this loop. There are dolphins and beluga whales and all kinds of water mammals that you can go feed right now.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
bring them to the live show. I will do it at Game of the Year.
That's a little difficult.
I will fix this.
It's a different request.
Okay. Hey,
We can
hey.
expense a dolphin?
Come
Don't
on.
know if we can.
Come on. Come on.
Hey, if you're watching live and you're planning on going to the Los Angeles Game of the Year finale, the live show, wear a dolphin costume. I'll bring some cookies, and Dan will just throw them at you.
Yeah.
It's like
No.
it's like exposure therapy.
I'm sorry, I have too many stories, but I also have a story of that going very poorly. I was in a play in junior high, and in the scenes I was not in, it was one of those things too, where it's like I'm in 9th grade, and they bring in a bunch of elementary school kids, and you do the play for the kids. And in the scenes I wasn't in, I was in the duty to like, in between scenes, come out and okay, swap out the chairs, swap out the clean up the whatever. And there was a scene in the play where there was a food fight involving marshmallows. And so there were marshmallows everywhere. So I was supposed to go out there and clean them up real quick before the next scene. So I go out there and I'm picking up all these marshmallows, and the kids in the crowd, all these like, little kids are like, I want a marshmallow, I want a marshmallow. And I go into like, person shooting t-shirt cannons in the crowd. I'm like, you want it? Here. And I threw it. You want it? Here. And I'm throwing the marshmallows. And I look over and my theater teacher is like, stop, Dad, stop. And I look at like these kids are like getting in fights over the marshmallows in the crowd. I'm like almost starting this marshmallow riot of 1997. And I got real yelled at for that. Like, you were there to clean up the marshmallows. You do not work the crowd during this.
Listen, you're always working, kid. You're always working. You gotta work.
The crowd wanted it. Like, it's better than the fucking play we were doing. So
that was getting more heat.
Don't worry, Dan. We'll only give you cookies to give to audience members if they're in a dolphin costume.
It was 97. It was the Attitude Era. I mean, come on. You gotta get some heat. Yeah.
God.
It's a tough show to do, It's tough.
Well, quit saying things I have stories related to.
It's impossible, apparently. All right. I guess, again, you make everything impossible to pivot out of, but we'll try nevertheless. Okay. I'm going to choose a voicemail. It's really difficult to choose one when you're... Now I need to choose something that Dan won't have a ridiculous story attached to.
Sure.
So I'll play it safe and choose Bacalar, that MP3.
Oh,
Bacalar. Going. Yep.
That's actually all right. Okay.
Jeff.
Thank you, caller.
Perfect.
Thank you, caller, for that serenade. Appreciate it. Dan, you have a story about that you want to share? Or?
I mean, can we start on the Muppets? I'm sure I've got a few, but no.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Chat chose the next one, and chat chose milk drinker.
Yo, do y'all drink milk?
Nope.
And like, if you do, like, how would you feel if somebody came up to you and looked at you in just complete disgust and then called you a milk drinker?
It would be deserved.
Yeah,
I like it would be deserved. I think the idea of drinking a glass of milk over the age of 3.5 years old is sicko behavior. Unless you just won the Indianapolis 500, there is zero excuse for an adult to be drinking a glass of milk.
I think there's a generational thing, though, because, even my age was told, growing up that like milk was this super healthy thing for you. So like my dad not too long ago, like a year or something ago, was trying to get healthier. And I asked him, like, I thought maybe he used like 2% milk in his cereal or something. And so I was going to offer like, oh, you could just switch to almond milk. You won't know the difference. It's going to be so many less calories. And I said, yeah, do you ever have milk? And he goes, yeah. And I said, how much? Oh, like 3-4 glasses a day. Like, what?
Yeah, but that
You're
tracks,
drinking 3 or 4 glasses of milk a day, and it's like it's probably because like he thought it was like healthy, yeah.
Dude,
but he's also like
though.
buys all the super sugary like fruit drinks and stuff, and I'm like, Dad, those aren't healthy. That has like so much sugar, and he goes, well, of course it's healthy. It's fruit, and I was like, no, Dad, it's not. It's actually, it's like that's insane. It's fruit. It's healthy. It's like I'm telling you, it's not. Like,
see, just be careful. Like this is what can happen. You go around thinking...
But I mean, he was told that. Like, that generation was told that. My generation was told that,
Well, when you say was told that, they were advertised that. Is that what you mean? Because
like in school and stuff, and parents and like the people, our authority figures were told that,
Yes, I think in school there was like the milk program, right? Like
it was so they would make you have milk with anything.
Yeah.
Like they would be like, here's a hamburger and a carton of milk.
Yeah.
And that's what lunch is.
Yeah. I used to have friends that would tell me they're lactose intolerant, but like the lunch monitor would be like, you have to take this milk. There's no other choice.
It's calcium. Make your bones strong. Yeah.
Milk was so bad, man. That's like the first big, right? Milk. That was the first
Big milk?
Big milk. That was the first
I
big.
think tobacco.
Sure. Yeah.
Slavery probably was before both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Widen
Slavery?
Slavery.
Slavery.
Oh, Jesus. That's okay.
Yeah. I meant like a product.
What's slavery?
Sure.
That sounds tasty. No.
I meant a product, but okay.
That's a different thing.
I agree. If you're drinking milk, especially like whole milk, Jesus fucking Christ, my guy, what is happening? Now look, Nikki, I think your age limit is a little young. I know a lot of kids now because I just see them in my life.
They're just running wild now.
They're just always in my house trying to take out my hot toys and play with them. They can't. They're not allowed to. Over 10, I'll say. Like if my kid after 10 is like, I just want a cup of milk, I'm not gonna be happy with that. We'll have to fucking change that.
If kids today aren't into milk and they don't drink soda, like what are kids drinking?
Water.
D likes apple juice sometimes, but like he also likes water, man. My man's
water's great.
Yeah, he's a water drinker. You know?
Black coffee.
It is just so hard for me to fathom a childhood without like 90 sodas a day. Like that was, and I mean it, and this isn't a joke. I definitely drank way more soda than water for the first 30 plus years of my life.
Yeah, but there's, you got your water through soda, I guess. Like,
there's water in there. Yeah. But like soda, it just seems like, between you talking about your kid and Vinny talking about his, it just seems like kids and soda are not as much of a thing these days.
No, it honestly, like it's just crazy to me when I compare what my kid puts in his body food wise compared to what it's like so fucked up and insane.
In a good way?
I drank in a good way. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I drank so much soda until I was like maybe 20. And I fucking hate that. I hate the fact that I did that. It's just, it sucks.
Oh, the other thing kids are really into? Prime.
Oh, I've heard that. Yes.
Yeah, but that Prime, like
Prime and
what's
Prime.
his face? That schmuck's drink. Yeah.
It's so unfortunate that he's so good at wrestling.
It sucks.
I wish he sucked, but he's better than a lot of people on the roster. And he gets it on a level that few people do.
Like,
fuck.
I mean, the Prime drink, like, because then there was like that whole thing where like some of the versions have caffeine in them. But like for the most part, anytime he wants one, we get it. And then he's like, "This is not good," and I take a sip, and I'm like, "Yeah, this isn't great," and that's it. It just winds up in the trash.
The experience for everyone,
like 100%. And I do find that like these kids want the bottle more than they want the drink. Like they it's just like they're obsessed with the bottle for whatever reason. Because
the branding is strong apparently.
I guess, yeah. No, it is strong. I mean,
can't stop thinking about apple juice since you mentioned it. I love apple juice.
It's good, man. It also
sparkling or no. If you had to pick,
I'll go sparkling, but usually no.
Never had sparkling apple juice.
Ooh, you got to get on that Martinelli.
You've had a cider.
Yeah, Martinelli's
right,
is good.
It's close.
I've had like beer cider.
It's close.
Yep, that's
go
okay.
get yourself a bottle. It's Martinelli season right now. Go grab yourself a bottle. It's got a white aluminum top. It looks like a bottle of champagne, but it's apple juice.
It's not alcoholic at all.
No,
no alcohol.
Okay, I've never even had like standard apple juice in like 20 years. I don't think.
Indulge, Dan. Indulge.
Yeah,
I remember liking it. I liked it. Yeah,
treat yourself.
Get it for the weekend.
Oh, I
love
so
apple
many snacks
cider.
and things.
Yeah,
I love apple cider so much. Oh my god.
It's bomb.
Oh,
you have a little bit of whiskey in there too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Heat it up with a little bit of that.
Is that a hot toddy? Is that a hot
think
toddy?
so. It's like adjacent. It's adjacent.
It's adjacent.
Right? Yeah.
Or like a wassail.
Oof, love it. I also I mean, apple juice and orange juice, like obviously tons of sugar in there too, but I think there's a Mott's version that's like they water it down in a way where it's not like overpowering. Good stuff. Don't drink milk. It's a lie. It's all a lie. And make you all farty. You don't want that. Dan.
Yes.
Your turn.
Lifestyle changes.
Hey guys, this is Callie from Texas. I recently played through Venba, and I'm currently playing through Thirsty Suitors. Venba's like 2 hours. You should play it. Anyway, I've started making Indian food at home because of these video games. I made chicken biryani, and it's good. Hey, Indian food's good. Who would have guessed? Have you guys recently made any lifestyle changes, for lack of a better term? I just randomly started doing crap because of a video game. All right, love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah. Just boring exercise, eating habit changes, biking in a new city, got a new rowing machine, that type of stuff. Yeah, I got the Peloton. I got the row, the tread, and the Bike Plus now, so I'm full on Peloton now. Yeah.
I want to bike so bad.
That's great.
I really want to get this is not an active lifestyle change I've made. It's one I'm planning on making again. When I was climbing, I felt really good about myself and like all of the things that I was doing, and I stopped doing it and thinking about the ways that I can make this video games, folks. Watch this. Have you heard of the video game Jusant?
Yeah,
it's about climbing.
Yeah,
and I was playing that, and I was reminded of how much I actively liked bouldering and climbing.
That's cool.
It's hard.
So it's so fucking hard, but it's so rewarding. There are very few things. That's why I really like spin. Since we were just talking about Peloton, like the classes formatted that way that activate my brain and my body as opposed to just my body, and then stuff like bouldering and like belayed rock climbing also great because I'm doing a puzzle with my body.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then those two things make my brain go at the same time, which is really.
It's awesome when you find the thing that works for you because like there's so many different ways to exercise and some of it just feels like a giant chore and you're never going to stick with it that way. But I definitely have found with like the Peloton stuff where it's classes, I am so much more prone to push myself and do it every day if I have something tracking my progress, if I have something to follow, where it's like, okay, this instructor is like, you can turn on like Netflix on there and just bike and watch a Netflix show or something, but I will go 3 times harder if it's like, okay, we're going to do the sprint. We're going to, here's this tough part. Like I stick with it so much more in that class format. So love that.
It's good.
Getting old.
Okay.
I play hockey like 2 or 3 times a week now, and I feel like I have some of the best stamina I've ever had in my life. Right, where I'm like feel good, like not getting as tired, like feeling good. And then on Sunday I went bowling, and Monday I'm like I got hit by a car.
Waking up, like getting out of bed.
Wow, like what?
That
why?
shit sucks.
Different muscles.
Yeah, different muscles, right? Like I don't understand. Like I just couldn't believe it. I was like I've never felt better with how I'm playing. It's great. And then like, what, Jeff? Why are you crawling to the bathroom? I went bowling. I went bowling I bowled 2 games.
Maybe it's your form that you got to think about.
Oh, Jan.
Oh,
I've got the form.
Well, maybe you need the glove. Maybe you need the brace.
Yeah.
No,
Wait,
arm's
hold
fine. Body's bad.
The way that you said you've got the form, are you spinning that baby? You start on one end and you're curving.
Nikki, you talking about that hook?
That hook? You got that hook?
Oh, I got that hook, baby.
Wow. We should all go bowling sometime.
Bowling.
So try.
I love bowling.
I'll need to bring a leave, but sure. Like,
I used to be on a league. I love bowling.
Yeah. I mean, I told you, Sweet Lou was almost a pro bowler.
Wow.
My pops
Yeah, we should
too.
totally do that sometime.
Everyone's dad was almost a pro bowler. No, for like, I could not believe how fucked. And I didn't feel like bowled the first game, and I was like, and Stacey's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. And then I didn't feel warm until like the 3rd frame of the 2nd game, where I was like, okay, now I'm like doing what exactly I want. I guess when you play in leagues, like when I used to play in leagues, like they would let you just bowl until the real game started. Like you would just like practice, and you throw 10 balls down the lane, like. But yeah, man, I love bowling, dude. It's such a stupid sport, but it's the
Whenever
best.
I've checked out like VR boxing, it makes me want to get back into it. But I think the mentality that I had when I first started doing it was like a very bad place. And I think Randy Orton, I go to the bad place.
Oh, you heard the voices in your head.
I hear the voices in my head, and then
You're stomping the ground.
Exactly. I start punching a little too hard, and my sparring partner's like, "Calm the fuck down, man. Go to fucking therapy." Shit.
Did you? There's on the Oculus. There's this game called Supernatural, which is like a hybrid between Beat Saber and like a VR boxing situation.
Oh.
And it's great. It's instructor led like Peloton. I'm pretty sure it's owned by Meta now. The studio that makes it is owned by Meta now. But it's instructor led like Peloton. It's got like music and this action, whatever, and then you're like actively like doing squats. It's really sick. Like I fucking loved it. It was just pretty expensive.
Is it a subscription-based thing? Is it month to month?
You pay for it every month. And at the time, I was like, I don't need to be spending money on this.
Sure.
Like I'm not doing it enough. But it's really cool.
This looks
One thing I want to try that with the MetaQuest 3 I want to try is there's that Thrill of the Fight boxing game that's been around for a long time, but I never really wanted to play it much because like you're swinging punches in VR, and like even if you have a room set for VR, I'm not going to feel comfortable throwing a punch and accidentally hitting a wall or something. Mm-hmm. But since the MetaQuest 3 has the pass-through thing, it just puts the boxer in your actual room so you can just see everything.
So that's cool.
I want to get one of those things so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like usually I'm like, oh, VR is silly. Like I don't need this, but there's something about that, like the AR aspect of it being accessible. I'm like, I might want to.
It works pretty well. It works pretty well. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I've been waiting to hop on the VR train, but that might be it. No.
I wouldn't say you don't need to do it yet. There are some things that are pretty cool so far, but like I'm still like I got it, and I want to play Half-Life Alyx, but it's not. I got a million other things I want to do before that. It's not there yet. Still, you know.
Very good.
Jane, if we split it, then we can share custody of it.
Okay,
and we'll just ship it up and down the state, back and forth.
Easy.
That's a good move.
Easy. Who else is it? All right, I'll convince Tam and Lucy to also go in on it, and Bailey. There we go. That's 4 people.
Yeah, that's 4 people.
But
that's like $8 per person.
We won't tell them that how many people we're splitting it with. So.
Are you time sharing a VR headset?
Sounds like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then
we'll wind up costing them more in shipping when it's all
sit through a seminar to use this. Okay.
Yeah, but if you sit through the seminar, we'll send you anywhere.
Really? Okay. It's starting to sound pretty good.
Wait,
I got by one of those at a.
I was gonna say Dan seems like he's a guy.
I was in Aruba like a year or two ago, and it was definitely a thing where somebody's like, hey, do you want to, and whatever, we were just being nice or whatever, and she spun the thing, or there was something, you open a card and she's like, it was one of those just gimmick like games. She's like, oh my god, like sorry, this is my first day and I have not seen anyone actually win the big one yet or whatever. Like, yeah, it's like, no, like, you should totally go to this thing, like you won the big, like this is like you can just straight up take cash, it's $3,000, or you can like you get a free, wow, that's great. I didn't think I was going to see that on my first day, and it's like I'm highly suspicious of this, and we didn't go. So
I got at the end of 2019, and then was like circling around to like going later. My partner at the time and I both were like, if we're gonna get we're gonna lean into, yeah. And then we like started doing the process, and then the pandemic. So
It sounds like the Minotti family has really leaned into them getting got by the Walt Disney Company.
I got a question that none of us are qualified to answer. Are the Minotti brothers also equally into Disney as Mike is?
Don't they co-host a 90s like Disney. One of them does the show, right?
Yeah.
Like the 90s Disney thing?
Do they?
I know that he does the pod with his brother, but I don't know if it's like, is it all of them?
All 3?
At least one of them. Oh, it says all of them are in it? Oh, okay.
Is Papa Minotti in on it too?
No, I think Papa Minotti has the actual DVC membership.
Right.
Oh
God.
So he's the one that's
the ringleader.
The ringleader of the points.
I have to take this kid to a field trip to the Mall of America tomorrow.
Dude,
that'll be fun.
He's gonna spend $1,000. I feel like
what?
Minotti's gonna Minotti.
There's a Legoland, there's a Nickelodeon amusement park, there's a Barbie Dream Cafe, there's a Toys R Us now. They reopened Toys R Us.
Whoa, Toys R Us is back.
They have a new flagship at the Mall of America. The ribbon cutting is tomorrow when I pick up Minotti and take him there. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you.
You
know how much money he carries on him. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's
going
to have a lot. So
he's going to have a lot of cash.
Damn, get him to buy you the giraffe.
Oh, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
I am going to check out this Toys R Us, and I swear to God, if you don't buy the video games by taking a slip of paper up to a window,
that's
they
the
fucked
only
up.
way. That's the only way.
I think it's funny that you think they'll sell video games.
I'll report back.
Yeah, I want to know. Was the slips? Anyone could take a slip out of the
so the slips were everywhere. Yeah. There would be a display box, or at least like the
bulletproof.
art.
It was bulletproof.
Yeah, and then you took it up to a dude at a window. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all ever? I don't know. This probably Jan maybe, but like I have such vivid memories of going to Toys R Us to collect Pokemon because they would like do event Pokemon, and then you would have to go, and then you would have to interact with the fucking the 19-year-old working at the Toys R Us who didn't want to be there, who has been manning a Game Boy Advance for 6 hours with all of these fucking kids coming up being like, I want a Jawachi, please give me a Jawachi. And then you plug your thing in and they send you the Jirachi, and then they have to do that all day.
Yep.
I can't imagine.
I definitely remember that.
And then they switched it over to the wireless adapter,
like
you walk
little ping stuff.
Yeah, and you would just stand next to the thing to get your Jirachi.
Nikki and Jan, so you both know that like when you like someone from our generation, right, where you were both about like 10 years behind us, right?
10? Okay.
Yeah, 10, 6, yep, somewhere in between there.
More than that.
Didn't Pokemon not pop off for you, Dan, until you were like...
When Pokemon got popular, I remember thinking I was too old for it. Like when Red and Blue came out, I was like, that's some kiddie game shit. Yeah,
I was like 16, right?
Yeah, now, again, I was around there. Yeah.
To be clear, I've made up for lost time. I'm not okay. Like I've definitely like done.
You
work.
were wrong.
Yeah, but like it wasn't. I tell any 16-year-old that like a thing designed for maybe people who are younger than you are that it's cool and it's a losing battle, right? Like you're just not gonna resonate. But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know.
That was me in Bakugan.
Oh, okay. Too old for Bakugan.
That was too old for Bakugan. But Beyblades though. Sick as hell.
Beyblades are sick. I love Beyblades. That shit's fun as hell.
I used to take my books out of my locker and either put them on the ground or in my friend's locker, and then I had a portable Beyblade arena.
Hell yeah.
It was like hard plastic and it folded up onto itself, and then my locker was the Beyblade locker. And then they told us that we couldn't do Beyblades at school anymore because we were getting too aggressive.
Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of flying parts.
If you folks think that my like stubbornness and weird logic with my dumb arguments is like a new thing here, I remember like PS1 era junior high arguing like I was definitely a nerd. I was not like a jock like making fun of kids or anything. But like with a fellow,
I'm gonna die from shock.
Well, no, because this story is gonna sound like I was like nerds, but like I was a nerd calling other nerds nerds. I was like I would talk to my friends who were getting excited for like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, and I'd be like, oh, you're gonna play your game with your wizards and your magic and your and they'd be like, you love Zelda. That's your favorite thing. I was like, well, that's different. That's different.
Oh my god!
No, it's not.
You don't see these
a magic flute and fucking wizards and
30 years of
kind
living.
of flute. You know?
Yeah.
Wow, so much has changed. You've grown so much, man.
I still don't give a shit about Final Fantasy, but if other people do, I'm not going to make fun of them. See, I've grown.
Wow.
That's growth.
That's
growth.
That's
growth.
growth.
Yeah.
And in another 30 years, maybe you'll play Final Fantasy.
Maybe.
Yeah,
that seems pretty slow.
Yeah,
you got to watch a bunch of stuff.
You got to watch.
You do. I was not happy with 15. Okay. We got time for maybe one or two more. Nikki, I believe you're up.
I don't know why I took my glasses off to try to read it better.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was silly. Give me come on, man.
Hey guys, this is Jake from Boston. I guess this is like city beef. I don't know. I've noticed periodically whenever Jeff Grubb mentions the city of Boston, he calls us racist every time. Mm-hmm. Look, we have Mark Wahlberg. Yes. We have, we have. Look, you're from Ohio. You live in Ohio. Ohio is like, what if a parking lot could hate brown people?
Oh.
Yes, bro.
Oh.
All right, fucking like. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I have great news. I have great news for everyone. Both places can be racist. There's nothing stopping both places from being racist. And I think that's what makes this country beautiful.
Have you ever seen a Boston Celtics home game when they're losing?
Yeah, when they're losing.
Yeah, it goes wild swings back and forth.
But I'll say this though, only Boston has like the reputation though, right? Like I feel like Boston's like known for it, right?
But I Ohio is so not a thing. I don't even think it has a reputation.
Right. Like I'm sure somewhere down the list, like number 11 is racism for Ohio, but like Boston, it's like,
but that,
like,
that
like
just means that that's where it is. It should like there's some stereotypes that you get because they're true.
Sure. Or there's an
and
element
for Boston,
of truth.
Yeah, and for Boston, I don't feel safe there. You know?
Ohio, I have no feelings towards.
Exactly.
No one does, except for people in Ohio.
Yeah, like when you drive into Ohio on the billboard, it just is like, prepare to feel nothing. Like,
oh, yeah. I drove through it. My first time there was when I was moving back here. And the whole time, me and Bonker was like, okay, this is, there's no defining characteristic. There's not defining weather, buildings, cities are just nondescript. It is just, guess
Cincinnati
that's Ohio.
has a river.
Yeah,
there's chili somewhere.
John Moxley's from Ohio, right?
That's true. You got Mox. You got Mox. All right. Yeah.
And it is one of the most important states in the country because of how our elections work.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
you did good.
I guess in that respect, it is important.
Thanks.
Interesting. All right. Well, good for you, Ohio. Way to continue to be relevant.
My favorite joke as a kindergartner was the answer to it was Ohio. What's round in the beginning, high in the middle, round at the end.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Columbus?
Didn't they like pity install the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame there or something?
Sure. LeBron, Akron.
Yeah. You know,
The Miz.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Dolph Ziggler, Alexa Bliss, Mary Kish.
Really?
Oh, okay. All right. Ohio's cool.
Stocks rising. You know,
the Columbus Crew.
Yeah, I think that's about it. There's not like a food thing. Oh,
you know what?
The Drew Carey show, folks.
I will offer up what I think is maybe a more nothing state. It's such a nothing state that like when I'm trying to name all states by memory, I always get stuck up on this one. Indiana.
Oh, that's easy. Indianapolis 500, the Pacers.
Yeah, I think it's more
Dave Letterman.
relevant.
I just know Dave Letterman's the only thing I associate that state with. Like I don't even know what else it's known
for. Is like it looks like this. It's long.
Yeah, I mean, I could point it out in a police lineup.
Can we add a category to Game of the Year and just find like the most pointless state?
Indiana and Ohio are both on there. I mean, are we counting just the big ones where it's like Montana, where it's just like, I don't know, here's some tumbleweeds and fences?
I think Montana's got like Big Sky. Like that's cool. Like let's you want to go there.
I do want to go to Montana.
It's probably like
Nebraska.
It's got to be like Nebraska,
Oklahoma.
With that weird long
I think it's Nebraska.
What the fuck is that?
I think
Arkansas. Nebraska, there's nothing going on there.
I think it's either
Iowa's rough.
It's either Arkansas because I always want to say Arkansas.
Yeah.
Or Nebraska.
Or maybe
Rhode Island, very important.
Yeah, Rhode Island.
Talk shit about Rhode Island.
If you're from, especially the East Coast, like you give a shit about Rhode Island.
I love Rhode Island. As a former Rhode Island resident.
Yeah, it's cool as hell.
It's a good place.
Maine's
I'm from there, but I'm not super going to bat for Kansas. You know, we got Lawrence is a cool college town, but that's about it. You know,
that state has cuisine attached to it.
But here's the thing. Here's the fucked up thing. It's attached to Kansas City, which is in Missouri.
Oh, it's
insane.
Yeah.
But a lot of the places, like the Oklahoma, like the Casey Joe's and stuff that I go to, there are Kansas locations. So if you grow up, the only place anyone lives in Kansas is next to Kansas City in the suburbs, and so you do get all the runoff. You get the barbecue places. It's right across the state line.
You're saying that you would ascribe it to Missouri.
Missouri is way worse. Missouri sucks. Kansas is uneventful, but it's not. I would rather live in Kansas than Missouri.
Sure.
But like the Kansas City stuff, we can't really lay claim to, even like the sports teams or the Chiefs or anything. I mean, of course, that is the sports team of Kansas, of course, but like they are in Missouri technically.
Yeah, Delaware, folks in chat are talking about, might actually be the answer.
Yeah, I think
it's a legal haven, and
it is a legal safe haven for tax savings. I also think there's probably a lot of people who would argue about there is interesting beach life in Delaware. But it's probably in that conversation, but like can't hold a flame to something like, fucking Iowa.
Oh, okay. No, Aubrey Plaza is from Delaware. I can't.
Yeah, Delaware's got some cool shit. Like, Dewey Beach, Lewis. Like,
so it's Nebraska. But I think there's cool stuff in Nebraska.
We should just go on a tour of America and figure this out.
Yeah, like see, like the Giant Bomb. Which state is least important tour?
That sounds great.
Hey,
hopefully not coming through your town.
They try to no, we want that because then they have to convince us as to why their thing is cool.
Yeah.
It's a good way to get killed.
And then we learn about we learn about video game culture in all of the great 50 states of this great nation, right? And we all get in a car and we all fucking it sounds great. I don't see how this goes.
I'd be into that.
I want to do a bus tour forever, like Giant Bomb bus tour, go to like college towns, do live shows. Like I've been since 2014. Yes.
Question for you.
Yeah.
You say you want that, and I think I would join you for legs of it as well. Yeah. But
you gotta eat a sandwich by a hocky rink, is why.
I've done.
He's busy that month.
I can't. The next time I'm at a hockey rink, which will probably be tomorrow, I'm gonna take a photo of myself with a sandwich.
Please do.
So bus tours are cool, but like, are we staying at hotels or are we sleeping on the bus?
We know people.
What does that mean?
Or we get one of those. We get an RV situation.
I think we should get an RV situation.
Dude, if we're taking everyone, right? That's almost 10 people. Like,
my brother-in-law's in a band with a bunch of people in it, and they drive a big bus around, and they sleep in the bus, and there's beds. I've been on it. It's a cool bus.
Yes, but I've done that as well in my life, and it is not great. Okay,
it's not permanent.
I realize that, but I'm just telling you, like, it seems cool on paper, and then like a week into it, you're like, wow, Dan does that all the time, huh? And he and he's sleeping there, and what's happening with that, and what's that noise? And you just need your own space, is what I'm saying.
What if we just partner with like a C tier motel chain? Like a Choice Hotels.
Hell yeah!
Is that like a Best Western? Is that what
or
that
a
is?
Best Western, exactly.
Okay.
And then it's whatever this thing is called, presented by Best Western. Then we don't have to worry about sleeping on the bus.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you don't want to sleep on the bus at this point in our lives, gentlemen and ladies.
I think for like a 2-month run or something, I could make that happen.
I think we could do it. Wait, sleep on a bus? No way. I'll sleep at a Best Western every day for 2 months.
See,
sure.
okay.
Let's see how many Best Westerns there are.
There's a lot of Best Westerns.
And then we all get sick together as well. Like,
I mean,
that's gonna happen regardless.
Part of it, yeah.
All right, it's on.
That sounds great.
Whoa, there's so many Best Westerns.
You just like open up the box. You're like, oh my god, you guys, look at this. There's
my real dream that would be the ideal version of this is I have tried to reach out to the Wienermobile many times.
Yes.
And
who amongst us has
I got them. They were interested once, and it was where I was doing hot dog gimmicks for the PAX wrestling stuff, and I was going to drive Wienermobile into the place. I think I talked to Aaron Trites, and he was like, "Dan, you can't. There's no way. It's on the 4th floor. You can't get the Wienermobile up there." And so, but they were kind of interested. So like, we just hook up the Wienermobile with Wi-Fi. Oscar Mayer presents the entire tour, and we all sleep on the Wienermobile. That would be the best year of my life.
That would be incredible.
Yes.
Dan, I think like you deserve better. I think you deserve better for your sleeping quarters.
I'd survive. As long as we're taking care of ourselves outside of the Wienermobile, we're fine.
Maybe I'm just a piece of shit when it comes to like not sleeping in my own bed. Like, is anyone else like me where like, if I'm not sleeping in my own bed or at least like my own kind of room, like I am upset with the situation.
I'm good with hotels. Hotel beds are comfy.
Yeah, I'm fine
but
with
like
a hotel.
Yes, I'm cool with a hotel, but like you ever go on like a ski trip or something or wherever you go with like a bunch of friends? I know. So imagine getting a house with a bunch of people. It doesn't have to be skiing. And like for some reason you have to like share like a bedroom with someone with like a single bed. Like I am absolutely upset that entire time.
I'll go on like a couch. I'll sleep on a couch instead.
Yeah, my tolerance right now, I can say that it is getting lower, but I still have a tolerance. It is much lower now than it was when
well, you're getting older. You're getting a little older.
It will get worse, yeah.
I pasted here in this chat a map of the US and Best Westerns. I just want to get a live reacts.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God, you can't even see the country.
That's just the outline of the country. Okay.
It's covered in
They got the money to send us across the country.
Which state is the up near? Is that Nebraska where there's the V, the gap? That means that
that's like North Dakota.
Oh, that's North Dakota. Yeah.
It's North Dakota.
Yeah.
Sorry, North Dakota.
Don't worry, no one will hear you.
Maybe parts of Maine, or that might be like a little dingleberry on Canada there. I don't know if that's the U.S. anymore.
Dingleberry on Canada.
Oh, they even got some in Alaska. We'll be covered.
Wow.
We'll be covered. Would you rather sleep on the Goodyear blimp or in the Wienermobile?
Definitely Wienermobile.
Goodyear blimp's going to be smoother, I think.
I'd be having panic attacks on a blimp.
Fair.
Yeah. Wienermobile, I'm just the most restful sleep I've ever had. Yeah.
You just tube up.
I mean, I can't even sleep in cars, but I feel like the Wienermobile, I think I'd be like, I'd be in a good spot.
Yeah, I don't agree, but I'm happy for you. That just sounds nice. All right, we got to end the show. I went to chat for the very last voicemail of the day, and chat, as I knew they always would, chose Mike's ashes.
Hey, Dumpers. Right, we've now got a solid plan for Mike's ashes. So what would the rest of you do? Maybe Jan would have his blended into some espresso. Bacala could have his set into resin and use it to make keyboard keys. Grub could have a line of fake cigarettes filled with his. Or is there something a lot more sensible that you'd like done with them? Love you, bye.
I just had this conversation with my wife like 2 days ago.
My
bad.
What was the conclusion? Are you willing to share?
Yeah, well, it turned into jokes right away. But she's like, just bring me to the beach, bring me to the top of a mountain, a beach, and all these other. I'm like, okay, great. I'm like, put the entirety of my ashes in a single pinball and just have me bop around for eternity inside of a machine.
That's fun.
That would be sick.
Would it be a specific machine or just a random machine?
I don't know. Like, have someone whose responsibility it is to like rotate me into different machines.
Yeah, that's sick. I love that actually.
It is cosmically kind of scary in a way too, but also fun.
Put mine on the inside of an N64 Rumble Pack and play Star Fox 64.
Forever.
Yeah. Kind of running on a kiosk on the autoplay.
And then put that kiosk inside of a McDonald's play place.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Fuck.
I don't want my ashes blended with espresso because I don't want someone to accidentally drink it.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
That would be unpleasant.
Maybe. Okay, here you go. Get a fancy home espresso machine, right?
Still flirting with ingesting you, but okay.
Hear me out. I haven't finished yet. Let me cook, please. And then bring it to a cliffside, pour my ashes, mix it with the water, and then just let that steam one go and blow me out into the world.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, there might be some clumping happening.
Sure.
Out the steam one, but yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody flirts with the idea of getting your head frozen?
No.
For what, though?
Yeah. I used to think I wanted that, but then it's like, I don't think I want that.
I don't think I want that.
You used to think that? That's interesting.
That'd be fun, like a few thousand years in the future, and I get a robot body or something. But
could you imagine all of a sudden being reanimated 4,000 years
it'd be fascinating.
after you're dead?
It'd be fascinating. That's part of why I wanted to do it.
How someone's not made like a horrible sci-fi horror movie like that? That's fucked up.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that not what the plot of Futurama is?
And Encino Man?
Encino Man, I don't think he was a caveman. He wasn't deliberately frozen.
Oh, right. Okay. But yeah, Futurama is
Oh,
is Fry,
right.
dude. Fry's
Oh,
just
right,
is that literally what happens?
Just you like thinking back to the plot of Encino Man and being like, oh, right. You're right. He wasn't deliberately frozen as a caveman. That's right.
Oh, right. That's very different.
Because it's settle.
But they brought mammoths back.
I'm sorry, that cracks me up. No, they brought a mammoth back with like DNA, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it shows the tech works.
We shouldn't
tech
have.
work. It's established.
It's watertight.
Yeah.
It's watertight for sure. All right, we got to end this. This is a lot of fun, but we must say
one more.
goodbye.
Can I ask one for one more voicemail?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Dumpers. I just turned 29 today, and so I'm basically staring 30 in the face. And I guess it's got me feeling some type of way, just in regards to, I guess, knowing that I'm going to be in the last year of my 20s. And I don't really necessarily feel like I'm where I thought I would be or where I wanted to be in life. And I guess for the older folks, is this kind of a normal feeling? Did you guys sort of go through something similar when you reached a certain milestone in your life? Appreciate you guys. Bye.
Here's what I'll say,
Jen,
caller. Here's what I'll say.
I was gonna say you picked the one that's like way too real, man. Okay.
No. Here it is, buddy. There's no timeline on anything, and comparison is the thief of joy. You're on your own track, friend. You're good to go. Don't worry about wherever place you'll be, because wherever you are, there you are, and that's where you're supposed to be. That's all I gotta say. Just want to make sure that our friend here is, calm down. It's cool. It's cool, baby. Don't trip, chocolate chip. It's fine.
It's beautiful.
This guy's gonna be a life coach.
No notes.
Yeah.
Damn.
No notes, folks. But if you would like to tell us where you want your ashes spread, we can arrange that for you. That's right. 707 Exit Flu is the phone number.
Do not bring ashes to the live show.
Please.
It's not illegal. It's like
no, don't.
We're not gonna get you arrested.
It's illegal to me.
Yeah, it's not.
You can give me ashes outside the show.
I will code grandma you to the fucking moon.
There will be security.
This live show
Yeah,
with
there will be
but
security, folks.
It's not gonna set off anything, though.
Oh my God. No, I know it's not going to set off a metal detector, but we'll pat you down. We'll find those ashes. We'll find those ashes.
We'll like prank Minotti into eating them or something, you know?
Cool. That's right, Minotti. That was Figment you just
You ate it, dude. Yeah.
We gotta stop. We gotta get out of here. This has been the longest fucking day of my life. 707 Exit Flu. That's the phone number. Leave us a voicemail. Nikki Grayson, Dan Riker, Jan Ochoa. Thank you so very much. Thank you, chats. Thank you, callers. Don't forget, tickets are on sale right now for Giant Bomb's final day of Game of the Year deliberation on Saturday, December 9th. Go get them while you can, and we will see you, I guess, not next week. When do you think, Jan?
Oh, yeah. I guess no dumping next week. It's a short week here in the States. The following week. There's a lot of planning to be done.
Yeah, we'll let you know. Just stay tuned. How about that?
You know what? This is a longer episode than most, right? There you go.
You got your money's worth. All right, enjoy it. All right, we'll see you next time, whenever that might be.